It's May 9th, 2023, and this is Sketchworks NewsBrake. The news stops here. I'm Brian Troxel, and it's the last day of my week-long vacation. Big doings in England over the weekend. King Charles III was crowned King Charles III with a robe, a globe, and a glove. After a 2-hour ceremony, Charles and Camilla headed back to Buckingham Palace to greet thousands of well-wishers and to show off their new hats. Of course, no royal balcony scene would be complete without an appearance by Screamin' Prince Louis. Is anybody else getting serious Damien from the Omen energy from this kid? Yesterday, President Biden and Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg announced airline consumer protection reform. As they spoke, 125 trains derailed. First Republic Bank was the latest major bank to collapse in the last few months. Recent bank collapses have millions of Americans worried about losing their bank deposits. Or, if you're me, wondering if I have to pay my overdraft fee. Get your tickets now for closing weekend of Oh, for the Love of Sketch at Frat Pack Productions' The Warehouse, May 12th and 13th at 8 p.m. with a special appearance by me. See all the funny sketches and a live presentation of Sketchworks NewsBrake. Get your tickets at sketchworkscomedy.com and be sure to friend us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, like and subscribe to us on YouTube, and watch us on streaming service Mobi TV. A gunman challenged the saying, "Don't mess with Texas," by killing at least 8 people outside a suburban Dallas shopping mall. Texas Governor Greg Abbott responded to America's latest mass shooting with decisive and unprecedented action by lowering the state's flags to quarterstaff instead of half-staff. Mass shootings are so common in Texas that 2 state lawmakers want to train 3rd graders on how to use battlefield tourniquets. They also plan to change the Texas phys ed curriculum by replacing dodgeball with Dodge That Crazy Guy with the AR-15. Now, one of those 2 sentences is not a joke. And if you can't tell the difference, I don't blame you. A former homeless woman won $5 million from a California lottery scratcher's ticket she bought at Walmart. Sources say even with the winning ticket, Walmart is still not as cool as Target. Several gay bars in Chicago are boycotting Anheuser-Busch as the company distances itself from transgender social media star Dylan Mulvaney, and because they make terrible beer. Non-binary singer and human blob Sam Smith said he's canceling his concert in Tel Aviv after receiving pressure from anti-Semitic groups. Instead, he will visit Palestine, where they will throw him a gay pride parade, which in Gaza means being dragged through the streets by your testicles. Retired actor Scott Baio says he's going to exit stage right and move from California due to increasing homeless issues and crime. Sources say Baio doesn't know stage right from stage left or upstage from downstage because he has never acted on an actual stage. Hey friends, we are trying to get to 700 subscribers as quickly as possible. So if you haven't already, please take a moment to click that subscribe button. You can do it later. That's fine. I won't wait around. Wednesday, Airbnb CEO Brian Chesky, who looks like the kind of guy who would want to own Scott Peterson's boat, announced several measures the company will take to increase customer service. Such measures include safer amenities, friendlier home hosts, and a 50% reduction in semen stains on the sheets. In other fetish lodging news, a hotel guest in Tennessee woke up in the middle of the night to find the hotel's night manager sucking on his toes. You too can have your toes sucked on when you join Marriott Bonvoy. Someone dumped hundreds of pounds of pasta near a stream in central New Jersey. Environmentalists are upset, surprise, because dumping pasta near the stream will upset the fragile ecosystem established by years of dumping old couches and bodies. Weight loss center Jenny Craig announced they will be shutting down all of their locations after being in business for 40 years. They just couldn't match the far superior business plan of their arch rival, Cinnabon. The World Health Organization says the COVID-19 pandemic no longer qualifies as a global emergency. Hooray! It's like COVID-19 never happened. It never, ever happened. Peter Nygaard, former fashion mogul and alleged pedophile, is accusing his billionaire neighbor in the Bahamas of being a member of the KKK. He's also accusing the girl who runs a neighborhood lemonade stand of being such a tease. An article published in Thursday's edition of Psychological Medicine, or Psychological Medicine, reports heavy cannabis use in young men could increase their risk of developing schizophrenia. It definitely increases their risk of developing Cheeto fingers. An Australian woman missing for 5 days when her car became stuck in the mud survived on wine and lollipops. Sources say when the woman was rescued, she ran around for 8 hours and then slept for 14 after a drunken sugar crash. A woman in Pennsylvania faked her own abduction to hide the fact that she dropped out of college. Police knew the abduction wasn't actually real because otherwise there'd be a podcast about it. That's all for Sketchworks NewsBrake. We'll be back next week and we hope you are too. I'm Brian Troxel and here's to my next vacation. De-alcoholized wine beverage. Who does that?